Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Ryan Knows Tech from techinform.us, and I've got a follow-up video about the hard drive that I recently replaced in my 13-inch early 2010 MacBook Pro to the 2.5-inch SATA. I jumped from a 320 gig 5400 revs to a 320 gig 7200 revs. The other one was kind of dying, and I've got the 320 gig instead of the 500 gig version because it's one platter. It's faster. All the tests show that it was faster than the Momentus. As far as I'm concerned, this is the fastest non-SSD laptop hard drive on the market. That would be the Western Digital Black or Scorpio Black 320 gig, 16 meg buffer, nice hard drive, only $70 or so from Newegg. Anyhow, big improvements over the old one, which is in my desk. I believe it was a Hitachi. Yeah, it's a Hitachi. Yeah, I already said 2.5-inch 320. Apple. It's got the Apple logo on it, so this is the standard one that comes in your MacBook Pro. I'm guessing that's true in the 15 and 17-inch models as well. Anyhow, we're going to talk about three things that you'd look for in a hard drive, and the first one is obviously speed and performance. This drive, the specs are significantly better. Well, I put OS X back on the device, the hard drive, really easily. I backed it up on Time Machine on my external Western Digital Passport 500 gig drive. I booted the OS X DVD, plugged in the drive, and did a restore from backup right there, which took about 3 hours or so, and everything worked flawlessly. I love Time Machine. I love the way Apple has this set up. It's just incredible. It put my desktop background back the way it was, everything in the dock, all the system folders that need to be there. I remembered my Wi-Fi stuff, all this stuff up here, all of that fit. It was just incredible how well it worked. So performance-wise, that's just how I installed it. It's not a clean install, so that's not going to be as good as, well, a clean install would be. Performance is definitely improved. I noticed big things in multitasking, opening lots of applications at the same time. I did not run scientific tests on here. I apologize for that. It's just a lot of time, and it's just, I don't have a lot of time. But opening apps, exporting movies, even doing stuff in Photoshop, I noticed, opening big files, saving large files. It's a lot quicker, obviously, to read and write at that higher RPM. So performance, definitely an improvement. Boot speed, I would say 10 seconds booting and 5 seconds shutting down saved. So that's awesome. Now with that power and higher RPM, you might think you're going to get some noise and some vibrations. I will be 100% perfectly honest with you. It is quieter than the old hard drive, which was 5400 RPM. I could hear the thing clicking away. I'd pick it up and it would move a little bit. Now maybe that was a defective drive. It wasn't at all loud, but I could hear it. This one, over my fans, which I usually keep at 2500 RPM, maybe 3000 if I'm going to be doing some work on it with flash or anything, I can't hear it. It's perfect. I can't hear it writing. It doesn't move or click when I move the computer. It is very quiet. And vibrations, like my hand is right on top of the aluminum casing, right where the hard drive is. I feel nothing. Granted, it's not doing very much right now, but I feel nothing. Like if I'm on my lap, I'm saving if the laptop's on my lap and it's saving a massive file, I do not feel any vibrations as the thing revs up or turns on. It's incredible. Very quiet. And it doesn't get hot either. I've been monitoring it from iStat Pro. It gives me the temperatures over here, and it never goes above, let's see where it is right now. Let's see, hard drive, Macintosh HD is 28 degrees. So everything there looks good. I have not had it over 39, and that's when it's been on for a long time and writing and reading a lot of stuff to it. So very quick, quiet, cold, or quiet, not hot, and without very many, well, no vibrations. So I can't think of any better drive to put in your MacBook Pro aside from an SSD, which is going to make no noise, actually they probably will make some heat, but not as much as a moving part disk. But solid state drives are just too expensive. So the Western Digital Scorpio Black 320 gig is definitely a win. We'll look at some specs here. You can see it's 7200 RPM, 320.07 gigabytes, and this is the WD3200 BEKT. So very quick. Really great drive. That's all I can say about it. No problems putting it in. It's quick. I love it. Great investment for your MacBook Pro. And the last thing I want to talk about was the battery life. One big concern of a lot of people migrating to 7200 RPM drives is the drive is going to use too much power. It's going to suck my battery dry. And the research that I did on this drive, everybody said, and Western Digital said, and the review said it's true, that Western Digital is right in saying that their 7200 RPM drive is just as power efficient as their 5400 RPM drive. I can definitely confirm that. I am pretty familiar with this battery. You know, I use the thing every day, almost a full charge every day, and I know what it says about this time in the evening, and it's pretty much spot on. Do I think it uses a little bit more power? Yeah, I would say that it would, except I can't notice it. So do not at all let that be a factor of you not getting the drive. It's definitely I guess, fuel efficient enough. So I hope that was a good follow-up video. Leave some comments. What do you think? I know that Jeff, I know that you, I think, got the Seagate Momentus, and you mentioned there were some vibrations with that. In the future, I would recommend upgrading to the Scorpio if you're worried about that, because this is silent and smooth, and I'm very impressed with it. I might write a review for the site. Speaking of which, techinform.us, our website. My Twitter is twitter.com/JamesRSchultz. The business Twitter is twitter.com/techinformus. And then catch us live on Tuesday nights between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern Time on ustream.tv/techinformus. Talk to you guys in Wednesday's video. Bye-bye.